Hello crafty friends, this is Lynn the Gift Diva. Welcome back to my channel. Coming on today with a project share kind of tutorial for you for PandaHall Selected. I showed you a couple weeks ago some products that I received from them to review. I will link that video in the description box below. And today I thought I would come on and play with them and take you along with me on the journey. So I got some charms from them, some glass cabochon charms, and so I thought it would be fun to put in some Valentine's Day sentiments. And so that is what I'm doing now. And as I was doing it, I thought to myself, why don't I turn on the camera? So that's what I'm doing. So I've created just a simple shape here in Cricut Design Space. It's a 1-inch circle. That's how big my my cabochon base is. And I've just downloaded some of my favorite images from, these are all up here, Cricut Design Space images. So you can, if you have access, you can access all of those images. And then the rest of these are Design Bundles images that I picked up from Design Bundles. I'm a Plus member, and so these were Plus credit designs. So I am in the process now of just uploading the designs into Cricut Design Space and putting them into the little circles. So I'm going to show you that now. So I did this one, Love is in the Air, Try Not to Breathe. I thought that was hilarious. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry if I'm offended anyone, but that is just hilarious. It comes in really big, so you got to take it down. I'm going to change this background to white. Just up here in the ribbon, there's a color panel. And then I'm just going to squeeze this down to fit into my little circle. Like so. I'm going to unclick the lock button, which keeps everything in proportion, because I want to stretch it out just a teeny bit. And then adjust that way. So we're going to put that in the circle. Then I'm going to highlight everything in the circle. I'm going to group those things, and then I'm going to flatten those things, because I want these to be print and cuts. So I want everything to just print and cut like a sticker. So let's try one more. Cute little lips. Again, it's going to come in ginormous. And I'm going to just take it down just a teeny bit. I'm going to change my background to white. And I'm going to just squeeze them down like this. And I'm going to make sure that's centered in there. So I'm going to highlight these two things. And I'm going to align center horizontally, center vertically, just to make sure it's all aligned good. I'm going to group, and then I'm going to flatten. Now, the ambitious part of me was going to do a whole sheet of these so that I don't waste my sticker, my cardstock paper. I'm going to print these on just a paper. I'm probably going to print these on, now that I think about it, the same paper I used to print my chip bags, because I'll get the best color design. And so I didn't want to waste the whole sheet of paper. And I was going to, but that's a lot of circles, y'all. Y'all see all those circles? That's a lot of circles. And then what am I going to do with all of those circles once I print them? What to do? I'll make one more row of them by, I'm going to hide my template here. I'm going to group all of these together just for 1 second. Group. I'm going to duplicate the group. Oh, why didn't everything get saved? Okay, let's group everything. Group everything. Let's attach everything. Attach, duplicate. There we go. And then I'm going to take these 2 rows and delete those and put those here. There. I don't feel bad now about using that. I can use the bottom half of that. Oh, what did I do? do as I say, not as I do. I'm going to use the bottom half of this sheet as cardstock base, card base or something. So, I mean a card panel. So it will not get wasted, basically. So here we go. So this is the way it's going to print out. Just want to make sure everything was in line there. Going to hide that again. And then I'm going to make it. My internet is so slow tonight, y'all. And lovely. So now I see that it's all going to print out just the way I want it to print out. So I'm going to continue on. Select a printer. And we swirl. Sorry about that, guys. Hope everyone is doing well today. While we're swirling, please like, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what you think. Select the right printer here. I'm going to use my system dialog because I want to get the best print possible. So this video might be, let's go to preferences. Hold on just 1 second. I'm going to choose Premium Presentation Glossy. It's what I usually choose. Under paper quality, I'm going to say best. And we're going to send that to the print. Oh, hold on. Let me make sure I've got the right paper in my printer. 1 moment. Yep, I'm good. So I'm going to print. So this video is I'm going to show you 2 things in this video. The first is how to put together the Cabochon charms, and then if you recall, I got cute little gift bags. Y'all know how I feel about the bags, and I'm going to try to decorate and sublimate the bags. And so I got a couple of requests. If you watched my last video from the other day where I was reviewing the Infusible sheets, I did get a couple of questions, a couple of requests to show how you use those, because I mentioned that, you know, you don't really need design space even to use those sheets. You can use your dies if you want, and so I'm going to show you that. I'm going to do it both ways. I'm going to do it you know, through a cut in Cricut Design Space, and then I'm going to pull out a die and show you how just quick and easy. It's just like, you know, die cutting regular paper, and die cut that and put that on a design as well. So I'm going to come back and we'll show you that part. That's going to be in part 2. So we'll be back in a second. Hey guys, I'm back. And we have cut all of our little circles out from our Cricut, all of our little shapes. One caveat, I had to adjust the sizing from 1/4 of an inch to like 0.8, something like that, because these are inch round cabochons, but they were overlapping when I stuck them down inside of the base. So I made them just a little bit smaller so I could get them inside. These have already been glued together, and I'm going to show you how to glue them really quick before we go to the next step. So these are 2 of the ones I printed out. Aren't they cute? And already glued together. So this next one is the little lips, the little plaid lips. So I'm just going to pop it out like this. Now normally to get the paper adhere to the base, it's by a company called Craft Fantastic, and I use they're like really super thin glue dots. Basically they're called sticky dots, and I can't find them anywhere. I've searched everywhere in my craft room, and I know I have some somewhere. I have no idea where they are. So last night when I was looking for them, I literally got online and ordered some more because I love those things. So today we're going to use, they also have a glue that's used for the glass actually, but I'm going to just put a dab down to tack down our paper. So this is called Glazing Glue. It's by Craft Fantastic. I will link, it's craftfantastic.com. I will link them down below in the description box. Sorry, I just did that repeatedly. I don't know what's wrong with me. They are usually at the Scrapbook Expo. That's at least where I got it from. As you can see, I've had this quite a while. The other thing I use is it's Sun and Moon Craft. Let's see what does she call this? Scrabble and Glass Glue. And I got this from Etsy, and the name of her shop is Sun and Moon Craft. I buy a lot of my glass bezels and glass cabochons from her. She's got some really nice things, and her prices aren't bad. So one of these two glues is what I'm going to use to go ahead and adhere my paper. But the sticky dots are super strong, super sturdy, quick, clean, easy, not messy. I love those. So just know that I usually use the sticky dots to put the paper in, but I can't find them. So I'm just going to put a little dab. I had to clean this off camera because it wasn't coming out. So, oop, there we go. And I said a little dab. That is not a little dab. Hopefully I'm in camera. So I'm just going to rub that around the base of the bezel a little bit. Wipe some of that out because you don't need all of that. I don't want the paper to get wet. And I'll just stick that right down in there so it'll stay in there. And then I'm going to use my cabochon here. And again, you only want a little dot of glue because when you press down, it's going to spread all across the glass. You also don't want bubbles, right? So you need to put just, it's a trial and error thing. You need to put enough glue in to cover, but you don't want to put too much glue in because you'll get bubbles, if that makes sense. So I just put a little dot. And the nice thing about this is it's very forgiving. So if you look down and you see like you've got little splotches in your glass and you don't really like it, just pull it up. Pull it up and do it again. So that was perfect. I have a little seepage. I'm going to grab a baby wipe and just... And forgive me, guys, if I say something repetitive. I'm filming this over a course of days. I didn't do it all in one sitting, so I may repeat myself. So there. So now you just let that dry. Get it a little while to dry, and it'll be ready to go. And that's the way you put all of those in there. Let's do one more together. This one says... Coffee is my Valentine. That's cute. So again, just a little dabadooya. And I'm going to rub it around on the base just to stick the paper down. I hope I'm on camera doing this. And then we're going... And then we're just going to stick that down there. And then we're going to take one of our little glass pieces and make sure you don't have any fingerprints or anything on it. I'm going to clean that with my glass cleaner just a little bit because I've got smuts all over it. Let's get off the smuts. Ah, there we go. Okay. Now we're going to just put a little bit of this glue down. And I have no preference one glue over the other. They're both equally very good. To me, the Sun and Moon glue, it does spread a little more evenly than the Craft Fantastic glue, but both are very good. And then you just press down so the glue will spread all over the paper. And it's just going to give it a little glossy effect, as well as adhere the glass to the cabochon, to the bezel. So there we go. So we've got all of these done. We've got 4 of these done. So let's move on to the bags and how we're going to use these to decorate the bags. So I'll be back. Hello, people. We are back, and we are back in Cricut Design Space, and we are now going to work on the bags. Now, I'm going to make 4 bags because I want to show you 2 different things. So, 2 of the bags, we're going to use the Infusible ink sheets that I showed in the last, in my last project share. And I will link that video in the description box below if you haven't had a chance to check it out yet. But I'm doing this because I had some requests for a tutorial on how to actually use the sheets. Because as I mentioned in the last video, with these sheets, you don't, with Infusible, not only the sheets I'm going to use, but with Cricut sheets as well, you don't necessarily need, the sublimation printer to do this kind of sublimation. You just need a Cricut and a way to heat it, right? The heat press or whatever you have. And so, and actually, you don't even really need the Cricut. You could cut basic shapes. You can use your dies and cut basic hearts or squares or whatever you want to put on your project. For Valentine's Day, you could just cut basic hearts out of the different designs and use the cutout to press onto your project. So it's a very nice way to dip your toes into the world of sublimation. If you have a Cricut and you want to start trying to, figure sublimation out, it's a very or good way to start doing that. Or if you just want to play with the sheets, and you have a heat press or an easy press or a really hot iron with no steam, you could, because you need a temperature of at least 400 degrees to try these sheets. That's all I'm saying about that. So I'm going to do 2 bags with the Infusible sheets, and then I'm just going to do 2 bags with traditional sublimated designs on them. And then we're going to put the bags together with the cute little cabochons that we made. So I'm going to start in Cricut Design Space. The first bag is beige, and so I colored my block so just I would have a visual of what that would look like. And I'm going to use, there is a buffalo check, like straight buffalo check plaid sheet in this collection. And so I thought it would be fun to just cut out a word in with that, using that plain design. So if you go into images, and I just typed in, and silhouette images are really good for this technique. So I just typed in Valentine silhouettes, and up popped a gun. I cannot talk today. I'm sorry, y'all. Up popped a bunch of really interesting designs that you could, cut out using the Infusible ink sheet. So I scrolled down and I chose, that was cute, but I scrolled down and I found these little guys. I grabbed those little guys. This is cute, but you have to have, you have to purchase that. That is not included in Design Space, so we're going to skip that. Keep scrolling, keep scrolling, keep scrolling. So we can get to what I actually chose. Oh, I chose this little guy here because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. And I chose these words. So let's cancel out of this because I've already pulled them into Design Space. They're over here just hidden. And so I'm gonna unhide the word. I ungrouped all the words came in, and I ungrouped it and deleted the words I didn't want. And so I'm just going to make this a little bigger so it will look good on my bag. That should be big enough. And I thought that would be cute with the little plaid lips on the cabochon. So that's what we're going to use. That's why we're going to use the plaid sheet for this, and we're going to cut that out of that. So that's one design. So I'm going to put that to the side. Then what else I got over here? So there's just a Happy Valentine's Day to me. I love you. I love you to me. That's very cute. So we're just going to go back into Design Space. None of these work for that. And, well, maybe this one. You rock, sweet love. You love me. That might work. Don't like that? Maybe we should just do plain. Yeah, let's do plain hearts because I'm going to use another infusible ink sheet. So I'm going to go back in here. Type in Valentine's silhouette again. Silhouette. Oh, that does not spell right. Therefore, it did not come up right. And I'm going to go down here and choose those triple hearts that we found earlier. These right here. And we're going to make those bigger so they'll fit on the bag. There, like that. So we're going to put this guy aside. So next we're going to pull in some Valentine's Day images that I have uploaded. So let's go here to browse, upload, and then to browse. And then we're going to browse on my computer for some Valentine's Day images. Let's see here. Go here. And we're going to search some of our Valentine's Day stuff. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know I love the gnomes. I'm loving the gnomes. So let's see here. Wow. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So on this one where I have the love cabochon, we're going to use this little guy here and his little girlfriend. So let's put those in. Going to hit complex. Everything looks good there. I'm going to change this so I don't know what it is. Valentine Gnomes Boy. Let's say man. Maybe they're men and you can't tell with gnomes. Okay, hit print and cut. Upload. And again, these designs are just going to be regular sublimated images. We're going to print those on my sublimation printer and see if these sub. And I'm hoping these bags sub. I think they're polyester, but I can't find a label. But I think that's why I bought them. So we shall see. We will, if we have a fail, we'll just share the fail with the world. Okay, so Valentine gnome, girl, lady, little lady. We'll say little lady. I won't remember that later, but it's fun now. Okay, and then bring her in. And then we're going to bring both of these guys in. And these were big images, so it's going to take a second. Wowza. Okay. So let's just drop that down to like 4. Drop her down to like 4. Okay, so they could go a little bigger. So we're going to attach them. Okay, so that bag is ready to go. And then the last bag is Coffee is My Valentine. And I'm just going to bring in Coffee is My Valentine again, and we're going to print that on the bag. But not that big. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so let's do this. So let's hide this image here and make some adjustments to our images. So this guy needs to be flattened because we want it to print and cut. No, we don't. We want it to cut. We're good. We want it to cut. Sorry. These two guys are already flattened. Oh, except for these two. Let's flatten those. So these are already ready for print and cut. These two are just regular cut files because we're going to do those on Infusible Ink sheets, right? So let's go over here to make it. And so anybody get these? No, they're all too big. Okay, so I'm going to print these out, cut them out, and then I'll come back. Okay, gang, we're at the heat press table, and I have gone ahead and prepped my surface. I used my lint roller to roll the surface of the bag just to make sure there are no foreign particles or anything on it. I've stuffed a piece of parchment paper in the center so the design doesn't bleed through the bag. It will bleed onto the parchment paper. Now, some people say not to, you know, that they don't like parchment paper, but I haven't had any problem with it. I use butcher paper for the main stuff, but I do use parchment paper every now and then for things. So I also have protecting my mat here with a piece of butcher paper on the bottom, and then I have a piece of butcher paper on the top that will go over like this. And these are the gnomes. I just cut them out, and I've used heat resistant tape. I used the Cricut brand heat resistant tape. And I'm waiting for my heat press to heat up to 385. I went onto my phone and looked at the Cricut heat guide, and it said for polyester 385 for 60 seconds. Now, I went on the PandaHall's website to look at these bags again, and they're calling them burlap bags, and so I was like, oh, okay, yikes, can you sublimate on burlap? So I just Googled, can you sublimate on burlap? And apparently burlap is 100% polyester. So fingers crossed, we're going to go ahead and sub on this and see if it works. You know, it's all good. So we will see if it works. But these are good bags. These are good quality bags. I use them all the time. I have a person that buys bags from me that's a jewelry designer, and she loves them. She puts her designs in these bags that I decorate for her customers. And so they're very good bags. And so I enjoy working with them. So we'll see. I've never tried to sublimate on a bag, though. For her bags, I usually use the print and cut method. And I haven't made any bags from her since I really started looking into sublimation, I don't think. So we'll see if this will be a fun thing. So that tells me that my heat press is ready to go. So let's just heat this for 60 seconds. This mama's heavy, y'all. And see what happens. It says light pressure, so we're just gonna put some pressure down. And see what's happening. Now, it might be a little high because there's some steam coming out of there. I don't think that's supposed to be happening. But we're just going to keep moving forward here. If there is a mistake, we will see it on camera. I tried to make sure that my little plastic doohickeys are out of the way. My drawstring plastic doohies so they won't melt. So that is a thing as well. Okay. Moment of truth, y'all. So, that's a good thing that you can see the design. So let's flip it up. Don't do what I do. Use heat gloves to pull your design off your... Looky, y'all, looky. It worked. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. And they did not bleed through. Look at that. And my things did not melt away. That is so cute, y'all. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? Okay, I'm excited. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so our next design. Look at all that ink, that delicious ink that left the paper. So awesome. So our next, oh yeah, I did. It bled through a little, so I can't use that again. So my next design is the, where'd my bag go, y'all? Here we go. My next design is Coffee is My Valentine. So we're going to use the lint roller. Get all the lint off. And then I'm going to stick in my parchment paper. So if any ink gets on any of your things, you should probably use new paper. You should definitely use new paper. There's no ink on this, so I'm good. That top sheet did get ink transfer, though, so I'm going to have to pull another piece of butcher paper. Coffee is My Valentine. Then normally before you put your design on, you want to heat up your bag too. I didn't do that on the first bag, and luckily it came out okay. But you want to just pull the moisture out of the bag that you're going to be sublimating, or whatever substrate you're using. Pull the moisture out of the material before you press. So I'm going to just put 5 seconds on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift up. Y'all, I should have some guns by the time I finish using this heat press. It's heavy. Okay, so I'm going to tape that down just so it doesn't move while I'm pressing. I use Asa paper, which can be found on Amazon. I will link it in the description box below as well. Cover that with my butcher paper. And 60 seconds on the clock. And talk amongst yourselves for the next 60 seconds. Or sing, or hum, or I don't know. Whatever you want to do for 60 seconds. Or you can admire this cuteness. Isn't that cute? Oh my God, that's so adorable. I am digging that, man. I'm digging it. Okay. We're almost there. We're halfway. We're at the halfway mark, folks. Hopefully this light bag will turn out just as pretty. Good sign, good sign. I can see the design. Do not do what I do and touch the design hot like this. That's good enough for me, folks. What do you think? Super cute. Is that not cute? Oh my gosh, that is so cute. And I didn't melt my strings. Life is good. Life is good. Very cute. Very cute. So let's move to, let me get 2 more bags. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. So I'm going to use new parchment paper. This one's gone through 2 cycles. This one's no good. I'm going to toss that. So now we're going to use those infusible ink sheets that I was talking about in the last video. And I went ahead and weeded this out so that it was ready to go. And I left the other one unweeded so I could weed it on camera. And so we're going to pull out our trusty lint roller. And I'm going to heat this up for 5 seconds. Being careful to make sure my little strings aren't in the way. 3, 4, 5. I'm going to pull a piece of parchment. Or I should have put the parchment in before I weeded. Before I did the temperature thing. Okay, so we're going to put these hearts on the back. And I don't have to tape this down because it's on transfer paper. So I'll just rub it down. Cover it with butcher paper. And let it go for 60 seconds. Make sure my strings are out of the way. We got 20 seconds on the clock. If I can figure out how to fast forward the time, I will, but chances are I will not. Just so you know. Okay. Lovely, lovely. See what we got here. Look at that, y'all. That is awesome. Look at how pretty that is. So pretty. Oh, that is great. Okay, last one. What do I do with my bag? You know, I'm going to need some, like, Prevagen or something that they advertise on TV because my memory. I'm worried, y'all. Okay. Lint roll. Do a little pulling out of moisture. Okay, here's my design. So I'm going to weed this on camera. So with this, with infusible ink paper, all you have to do is use your fingers. You don't need a weeding tool. You just pull it right off of the paper. Like so. Make sure I'm not tearing anything I actually need. I'm going to roll the paper. Okay. So far, so good. So far, so good. Okay, and so now we have Kiss Me. So we're going to put that on our paper. On our bag, I mean. Use our little sheet. Throw away our scraps. And 60 seconds. Now, once I do the last bag, I will go off camera again and put the end project together and come back and do a show and tell. So, got 26 seconds on the clock. Sorry if this part is dull. But look at the pretty bags while you wait. Aren't those pretty? They're so pretty. And now that I know I can sublimate, y'all, I have a drawer full of these bags in every color. That's how crazy I am. And so now I'm going to sublimate all the things. Everybody's getting a bag. You know how everybody was getting a mug? Everybody's going to get a bag now. So, turn off my heat press because I'm done with that. Ooh, pretty, pretty. I love the vibrancy of that red. Isn't that pretty? Kiss me. Okay, so I will be back. Okay, folks, I am back. Well, that was quite a process, right? What did you think? So, just to recap a little bit, I'm going to show you what I use for the final design. Again, I use the bezels and cabochons that I got from PandaHall Select. Thank you, PandaHall, for sending those to me to review. I used these beads that I got from Amazon. I haven't done a haul in a minute, y'all. I'm going to have to do a haul because I got some new stuff. I got beads from Amazon. I got these beads that you've seen before from Amazon. And I used the Joy beads. They were like these Ray Dunnisk beads. And I used one of the Joy beads in there. And I got this from Amazon. It's black 4.5 inch ball chain. And so I used that on my project. And I just wanted to show you before we get to the final reveal. I pulled one of my scalloped heart dies out. And you could definitely, if you wanted to play with these sheets, you know, and you don't want you don't have a die cutter. I mean, you don't have a Cricut to make actual designs. You just want to do shapes. You know, pick a pretty shape and just die cut it out of your machine, and then just use the die cut to heat press onto your item. I mean, it's a thought. It's a thought. Something to think about, right? So let's show you what the final designs look like, right? So here we just attached the cute little charm to the bag. So I use the coffee is my Valentine charm, and I stuffed these with paper because I don't have anything to put them in yet. I'm hoping to get my Happy Mail together and get it out on time. But and I added 2 little beads, fun beads to match onto here, and I just tied the 2 strings together and added it to the end of the loop. I'll probably add some bling to the bag. You know me, I have, you know, bling trim somewhere on the bag, or bling dots at the top, something blingy. So then the next bag is this cute little, isn't that cute? I love the way that came out with the cute little hearts with the houndstooth, and then the matching lips with the houndstooth. And I used another one of those joy beads on there to add to that. That turned out super pretty. I love this. That's turned out super pretty. So we'll probably add some goodness to that bag as well. And then the Kiss Me bag. I did the Happy Valentine's Day to Me. I added some of these little plaid beads to that because it's kind of a plaid-y pattern in the Kiss Me. I don't know if you can see the plaid lines. I should have probably used a bigger font, but super cute turnout there. And then the last bag, of course, you all know is my favorite. It is the cute little Gnomey Gnomes. And I used a Love Gnome bezel that I made. And I added the cute little, one pink, one red, just to give it a little pop of color. And added that to the bag. And so these are my 4 little bags from the bags that I got from Panda Select, and the little bezels and cabochons that I got from there. And I will have pictures at the end. Thank you again, PandaHall, for sending me these items, and I really enjoyed playing with them. I will leave a link in the description box below. I think I have a coupon code. If I do, it will be in the description box below. Really appreciate you all watching this long video. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And I will be back in the next crafty video, y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.